is one and only path between every pair of vertices in a graph G if and only if it is a tree. Now, to prove this theorem, first we have to know what is tree. Tree is a connected graph without any circuit. Now, what is graph? Graph contains vertices and edges. Vertices means these points and edges means connecting lines, such that each edge is identified with an unordered pair of vertices Vi and Vj. For example, any edge is in between any two vertices, or this is self loop, this is in only one vertex, but it is identified as E1 is identified as V2 to V2. But consider this example. In this example, vertex V1 is here and edge E1 is here. No other vertex here. This means that this is not a graph. Why? Because E1 is not identified with two vertices. So this is not a graph. To become graph, each edge in a graph must identified with an unordered pair of vertices. So to become graph, each edge in that graph identified with two vertices. This point is also can become a graph. This is called a null graph. Only vertex is here. And what is connected graph and what is connected graph? For example, consider this is a graph. Consider these two. This we can call it as graph. For example, we can call as whole this is a graph. These are vertices and these are edges, but this is not connected. This is separated. As separately we can call it as if we take it separately. If we take this as separate, it is connected and without any circuit, it is called as tree. But if we consider both of this, we can't say it is a connected graph. And without any circuit, what is circuit? For example, this type of graph is called circuit. Here in this examples, this is a connected graph without any circuit. If we join this type, it becomes circuit. So now assume that graph G is a tree. G is connected and circuitless. If we assume that graph is tree, then it is connected and circuitless by the definition of tree. Now, but then there exists at least one path between every pair of vertices in G. If it is a tree, then there exists at least one path between every pair of vertices G. For example, consider this graph. If we consider any two vertices, this is one vertex and this is one vertex. If we do any two vertices, then there exists at least one path. For what is the path between this and this? This is a path from here to here. If we consider this and this, we have a path here. This is a path here to here. If there is no path between here to here, if there is no path between here to here, that is disconnected. If there is no edge, then there is no path. But it is impossible. since it is a tree, it is a connected graph. Since it is a connected graph, there is at least one path. There exists at least one path between every pair of vertices in G. Now suppose that there exist two distinct paths between vertex pair A and B. A and B are any two vertices. If we consider, if there exist two different paths, here to here, only one path is here. From here to this vertex, here only one path is there, no other path. If there exist two distinct path, if to exist distinct path from here to here, we have to join this. If we join this, we get here to here another path. It makes a circuit. If we join this to this, we get a circuit. So it is impossible. Then union of that two path, this is one path here to here. If there exists another path, that union of paths, if by joining these we get another path, union of this path and this path makes a circuit. So this is a contradiction for our assumption. Therefore, there must be a one and only one path. One path must and should, and no other path exist from one vertex to other vertex. Therefore, if we assume that graph is tree, then there must be one and only path between every path of vertices, every pair of vertices in G. If we consider any pair of vertices, there is one and only one path. Let G be a graph such that there exists a unique path between every pair of vertices in G. Now let us assume there is a graph. There is only one and only one path, but then G is connected. Let G be a graph such that there exists unique path. If there exists unique path between every pair of vertices, then we can call it as connected. To prove that G is a tree, it remains to show that G is a circuitless. To prove G as tree, we have to prove G is connected and G is circuitless. To prove G is a tree is connected and circuit without circuit. That means circuitless. So if there exists unique path, then we clearly say that the graph G is connected. If it is not connected, there is no path. For example, this and this is not connected, and there is no path from here to here. If we consider these two vertices, there is no path from here to here. If it is connected, now it is connected, now this is connected, now it has path from here to here. If we consider any two vertices of this, here to here it is a path, here to here it is a path, here to here it is a path. Any two vertices if we consider, it has a path. So if there exists unique path, then G is connected. To prove that G is a tree, it remains to show G is circuitless. Now we have to show if there exists unique path, one and only path if there exists, then it is a circuitless. Assume that G is a circuit. Now we have to assume it is a circuit. Then there exist two distinct paths between vertex pair A and B. Now there exist different path. If it is a circuit, then there exist two distinct paths. We have considered only one path, one and only one path. If there exists circuit, we are consider here, let G be a graph such that there exists a unique path. Unique means one and only path. If it is a circuit, to make a circuit, it must have another path. here to here one path it is and one path it is. Distinct path between vertex A and B in G. This is a contradiction. So circuit is impossible. Formation of circuit is impossible. Hence G is circuitless and hence G forms a tree. This is the proof.